Before we get into the video, I need you guys to do me a favour. Number 1, like the video. Also comment, let me know your thoughts on the story. 36-year-old John Barber was considered one of the most dangerous and elusive gangsters, not only in Bolton, but in the north of England. As a co-director of Debbie's Diner, over £1 million worth of H and Coke business was conducted over breakfast and black coffee. Now, John knew Greater Manchester Police serious crime units were closing down on this massive drug empire, an empire that saw both John Barber and his co-director Billy Webb create a monopoly in the drug trade between 1998 to January 2002. Now, a 4-year span may not seem that long a period. However, in that span, these two dangerous gangsters were unrivaled in their approach. Billy Webb was the hard man and the muscle, and he was the one that sourced hitmen in order to commit the M's. Now remember, they both had hitmen on their books, and they were involved in M's, such as the tragic case of innocent 5-year-old Dillon Hall, who was, as he walked hand in hand with his stepdad, known dealer John Bates, who refused to sell gear for John Barber and Billy Webb. Now, because John Barber was such a huge figure, in the midst of his trial conducted in Liverpool, the Bolton gangster had fled the country with his paralegal, Victoria Dodson. Now, the two refused to return after Christmas break and instead settled in Spain through falsified documents. Now, the trial went ahead in his absence, and John Barber was sentenced to 22 years for conspiracy to supply Class A gear. Again, this was a multi-million-pound operation. Now, John Barber was eventually found in a small village in the north of Barcelona. Now, after John and Victoria's phones were tracked, when the home was raided, police found £15,000 worth of resin, 3 luxury cars that had been reported stolen already, 2 imitation pistols, and also fake reg plates, and over £30,000 in cash, along with fake documents and passports. Now, John was shipped to a maximum jail in Madrid for nearly a year before he was extradited back to the UK. And again, because John was deemed to be such a force, the police had to hire out a private 8-seater jet to bring John back to Manchester. 5 police officers from the Serious Crime Unit had travelled to Madrid in advance, and they picked up John from the Madrid jail and then took him to the airport, where they all sat on the plane, following every step of the way. When the plane touched down on the tarmac, John was quickly escorted in handcuffs off the plane and into a waiting bulletproof police van, where he was transported straight away to Strangeways so he could begin his 22-year sentence. Now, police feared that John could have orchestrated a prison outbreak, or one of his many rivals that would want him dead could have attempted to kill him, because after all, John Barber and Billy Webb were responsible indirectly for a ton of M's. Stay safe.